open the chat over here. Usually I have a second monitor, but we're gonna just be. Hey, welcome to my Workbench live stream.
Nice. This is legit up here.
Yeah.
This is basically the floating point setup moved to here.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just been transferred.
Love it.
So yeah, we just started streaming, but you're welcome to come through. Just watch the HDMI's that are everywhere.
Cool.
All that is for you. This is all NeoPixels, and then the box to the right is NTech.
Okay, cool.
So if you want to use that stuff,
Yeah, let me.
Oh, you conveniently put the tip jar right in front of it.
Yeah, perfect. let me dig her and see what that is. And these I think might be. Oh, these are interconnectable. These are like SK.
Yeah.
12 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want a hand carrying it down, just let me know.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure that I don't hit cords on the way out. Just kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dexterity check.
Yeah.
And depending on how successful this is, I don't know how long it'll go, but we'll know really soon.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna mute this. So okay, let's talk about what's going on here because there's a lot happening. So these robot arms are both connected to this Raspberry Pi, and that's this desktop that we're looking at here. This is an operating system that came with processing. So they said, there it is, boom. Processing 3. So, okay. These U-arms are from China. I started working on them in 2015, 2016, somewhere like there.
Old.
They're old, and
friends.
they've since been replaced. They're U-arms. This is a suction cup, and this is a little pump, so they could actually grab stuff.
Right, because if they manually suck that in, yeah.
And so what I built a while ago is I had them hooked up to Twilio, which is an SMS platform.
Okay.
So whenever you like order food and you get a text, or like you get a car and they text you, that's all using Twilio. So it's a way to route text messages.
Okay.
So we got Twilio basically paid for the arms, and they gave me a bunch of credit so that I could send texts to the arms.
Okay. I like this.
So the text messages would go to a Python server that I had to set up, and the Python server would talk to processing, which controlled the arms.
Okay.
So it was cool because we set them up, and like thousands of people were able to text commands like up, down, left, right, back, forward to move the arms. It was like Twitch moves
Twitch
robot
plays
arms.
the arms.
Twitch
yeah.
plays the arms.
The arms.
So like, so now what I want to do is get at least the movement working on a Raspberry Pi rather than my computer, because then this can be an installation and we can just have this somewhere at Wonderville. The Raspberry Pi can be on the network, and then we could do whatever we want. We just have to send commands to this processing sketch.
Awesome.
So, yeah, this is the second time I've loaded this Raspberry Pi. The first time it crashed the hard drive. That was fun. I'm going to make this text a little bit bigger.
I like how we get the organic rumble from the trains in here.
Oh, yeah.
Very steampunk feel.
Okay, so, all of the stuff for this is on GitHub. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up Chromium, and we're gonna find the source code for moving these arms.
Excellent.
That one's a little noisy, huh?
Is that the arm? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just like in some sort of a holding pattern, I think.
It's vibrating with anticipation. So very excited to come back to life. Let's see.
Oh, come on.
Figure
What
out
happened?
Which part of you is making that sound? Oh, it's just chirping. Just
Yeah.
happy.
I think it might be this. Yeah, it's this motor up here. There it is.
There it is.
It's a noisy motor. Oh, there's no internet connection.
We've got noisy
Right.
arm and quiet arm.
Okay.
We've got personalities already.
No wireless. Okay, so let's see. I have some Ethernet cables. I forgot about this step. I have to get this hooked up to the internet. Let's see if I can reach it.
So can the Pi itself connect to the internet?
It can, and depends on the version of Pi that you have. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, no.
Can it?
Okay, that's okay. Let me just get a longer cord.
It's like an inch too short.
Sure, I've got some. If not, I've got couplers. Let's do a coupler. Easier this way. So the Raspberry Pi 3s that are out now have internet on board. But I have like all these old Raspberry Pis, and I was just like, you know, why buy a new one? Oh, you know what? This cable's stupid. This doesn't have the clicky thing in it, so it doesn't stay. Sorry, audience. This isn't very exciting.
It's dramatic.
This is another.
You could be doing anything back there.
That's the same one. Alright, here we go.
Mark is valiantly foraging in the cord forest that exists slightly off screen. I can vouch for it.
You know what's interesting about Wonderville is we've got this dollar store across the street, and this dollar store is maybe the best dollar store in all of New York City because they have Ethernet cords of 50 feet, 100 feet. It's really amazing. So,
So they're familiar with your face. Huh?
oh yeah. Anytime I need something, I go there and I'm just like, no way they have this. And they have it. Like, more often than not. Internet?
Your clock is behind.
Nonsense. Okay. Sure. March 2018. See,
GitHub, how is this relevant?
this is the last time.
I guess.
Let's just, yeah, okay. It does look old. How does this not update automatically?
It's just that old, I guess.
Let's see. I know we're not here to look at clock settings, but
Nonsense.
come on.
Everyone loves a good clock setting.
Ugh.
It's trying to stay blissfully back in 2018.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna reboot, and usually that fixes everything. Let's see. So yeah, I could easily put that on Wi-Fi, but I think ultimately we want this hardwired anyway because it's just
more reliable.
it's more reliable. I haven't figured out where this is gonna live at Wonderville yet either, but probably this will be like on a shelf somewhere that it could.
I think you should have it over top of the doorway so that people can remote control the arms to try to grab people when they come.
It should definitely be out of the way so people can't touch them, I think. Because drunk people. I was going to put them behind glass, but then I was like, well, if there's just a camera on them all the time, then they can be anywhere, and we could just have a live feed of these arms at all times.
The arms.
So.
Yeah, like those zoo cameras. Show you the pandas.
Exactly. Like, what's going on with the
There they
arms
are.
right now?
How are the arms?
Just feeding. There's like a bowl of food.
Oh, Perfect. There we go.
Hmm.
Put them behind the bar. They can go dip their little hands in the drinks.
All they do is put cherries in drinks, and it's like press a button, and it's just like something health code violation probably.
Twitch plays get a drink from the bar. If the Twitch gods permit it, you may have a drink.
I'm gonna just get you in frame with the arms.
I was trying not to block the arms because the arms are way more interesting than me. So.
Yeah, they're just not doing anything right now, you know.
Well, this one's chirping.
It is.
It didn't stop just because the screen went off.
Are we rebooting? Can we do it? Or are we not gonna reboot?
I believe in it.
Come on. Let's just try this. Try this again. It's a lot of stuff plugged in at once. There we go.
There we are. The raspberries. That's pretty cute.
Sometimes it's just like, I hate this. I am not gonna boot. Kernel panic. Cool. Yeah,
I didn't
this
even
is.
see that go by.
It's just the last thing.
Oh, there it is.
Well.
What?
Guess,
So,
guess we gotta reformat
explain
the hard
for
drive.
me in the stream what a kernel panic is.
Kernel panic means that, and this has been happening with these ARMs, the
Panic.
Raspberry Pi hard drive is just like, fuck it, I'm done. I do not wish to be a part of this anymore. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, just so while we boot a new hard drive here. Let's take our ARMs, because it's not going to be exciting, and I'll kind of show you what they do while we boot another hard drive. And then we'll bring the Raspberry Pi back when it's time.
Okay.
All right. This is the second kernel panic of the day. Really, really exciting.
So you said earlier that you had to plug everything in a specific order.
You know, I
What's
did the
that?
same thing, but sometimes it just doesn't matter, and you just gotta kernel panic. All right, so I'm gonna start this process.
It's becoming aware. It knows what's happening outside the studio and it doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would kernel panic too.
Etcher. Let's open this up.
Are you getting louder slowly, or am I getting?
So I'm gonna plug these into my laptop, and we'll take a look at. I might need a USB extension.
Which you have.
I
the
do.
Forest of chords.
I do have
Slightly
many of
off
them.
Screen.
Although I have a small one that I might use for right now. But first things first, let's start this process since this is the one that takes a while. Where are you?
So is this getting the ARM source code, or?
So
Different process.
this is just reflashing the hard drive for the Raspberry Pi.
Ah, okay.
Again.
Completely different process.
Yeah. But it's gonna take a couple minutes, so I may as well start it while we play around with them.
Cool.
Is this it?
I think I said earlier I have no useful knowledge, but I actually do know how to use processing to do stuff. So this will be fun.
What is it? What's it called? 2013? How old is this? There it is, 2018. Okay, this is the one. That's the one. And then, oh yeah,
That's the one.
this is locked. Let's do that. And flash. Okay, so while that goes, let's see. This one is gonna be.
That's quiet ARM.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll plug him in and we should be able to control him. So yeah, okay, 1% flashing. Let's open up processing. And kind of show you how this interface works. Stupid arm. Okay, so let's
It's not the ARM's fault you haven't installed its brain yet.
open. Okay. Is this the right one? can't initialize. That's the wrong arm. So let's just see. Basically, I have both arms here, but
Do you want to be showing your screen, or is that not hooked up?
it's not hooked up because I want to do this on the Raspberry Pi eventually. But I'll just show. Hey, there he is.
Good morning.
So this is the
Can
this
I
is
get a high five?
the XY axis, and then over here is the Z.
Yes. Yes. Friendship.
Do you have anything lightweight for him to pick up?
I've got keys.
Keys could work.
Let me try these. There's a flat edge on that.
All right.
See if I
So
can grab those.
turn on that. It's tough. Like playing cards are really good because they're flat, but maybe.
Might work.
So I gotta get that suction on there.
Almost.
Let's go a little bit.
A little bit over the center. Yes!
Boom.
Victory! Thank you. Very helpful.
So
So it follows the mouse right now.
right now, yeah. So I have this interface that I'm not showing, but basically there's like this cursor, and I'm dragging the cursor, and it has the X and Y. And then for the Z, which is the distance from the table, it's on a separate fader. So I could just go up and down. And it can go lower. Let's see.
Limbo robot. Bring it down low.
Yeah.
Excellent. It went off.
It went off the screen.
Carrots can go so low.
Nice. So yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty. I can also. This is cool. That's
Oh,
the
nice.
noisy motor on the other one. So it can like spin things around.
So if I happened to have the lock to my front door with me, it
Mhm.
could try to get that key in there.
Although it can't really like hold things straight ahead, right? Like
Right.
this, it can only really lift up and down. But
Well, if I had the lock here and we turned it sideways and laid it on the table, it could unlock
exactly.
it.
All right, let me get an extension. We'll see if I can get the second one working. Unfortunately, in this software, I can only control one at a time, but I do have software that controls both of them that, we'd eventually get working. My hope was that I can do this on the Raspberry Pi. So, oh, you still not long enough? That's hilarious. I have one more extension. How many USB extensions does it take?
How many do you have?
I have like a really long one, but I was like, I don't want to pull that out.
There's no way we'll need the really long one, says Mark, ominously foreshadowing.
3 short USB extensions.
Hey, are you getting bored? It's almost your turn. Just hang in there.
Did he stop? Because now he's getting some data. Okay, so let's comment out this arm, and we'll turn you on. And we're at
Let's go.
30% flashing this hard drive, so.
It temporarily stopped.
I think when he wasn't getting any data.
Hey there. How's it going? Bump it. Come here. Come here. You can do it.
Huh?
Yes. Hey. It's my personal space, buddy. Don't you know you're supposed to be 6 feet away from me?
Little masks.
Yeah, put little masks on them for safety.
That's the noisy motor.
This is my complaining motor. I use it to voice complaints.
Cool. So, you know, they both work. Something that we're trying to figure out is, like, what is the game that people can play with these?
Huh.
Because if we have them both on a camera and you can play remotely, like, what do you do?
Could always put a little gotcha under them.
Pressing buttons is one thing, you know? But, like, I don't know. They could battle each other somehow without breaking each other.
That's sketchy.
Maybe there should just be a button on the table and they both have to just, like, you know, press the right button as fast as you can.
Can you give them... I know they currently have plungers on them, but if you gave them little pens or something, they could try to draw or solve mazes.
It's true.
Play tic-tac-toe. All sorts of things if they have pens, including battle each other if they could reach with the swords.
They can also pick things up, which I kind of like the idea of putting things into a basket, but on the other hand, sometimes, I don't know. Anything that requires us to have to, like, go and reset isn't a good idea.
Right.
It could be like whack-a-mole. It could be just, like, 6 buttons. You have to hit the one that lights up. There's so many possibilities. Although, requires us to have a working Raspberry Pi.
Which is what percent now?
47%.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Zesty.
Yeah. So, whatever. I mean, I'm glad we're going through this. If it doesn't work with the Raspberry Pi, we could just try another computer. I'm sure we can get it to work. But
there's always a way to get it to work. It's
yes.
just at what cost? Oh, here's a box of business cards if you wanted to try picking up more stuff.
Sure.
Let's see what's in here. Okay. My box opening skills as a human being. Alright, here's a card for you. Floating point.
Floating point. R.I.P.
And here's a card for you. You can each have one.
You get the card.
Success!
Yeah.
You gonna give me the card? Blah! It looked like it was so, like, vaguely disgusted by the card. This is beneath me. The other one got to pick up a key. Why am I picking up these old cards?
Let's try this one. Are you still noisy?
Oh yeah.
Boo.
Oh, is that one too close to...
Let's see. Can you get back?
Can do it.
We can do it.
Yes!
Oh, I gotta turn it on.
Smooch. Thank you. Very good robot arms.
Alright. Let's see where we're at here with this etcher. 62%.
So could the robot... what games out there could they be rigged up to try to play one of the arcade games you already have?
Anything with buttons, yes. Anything with joysticks, probably not.
Could they play Black Emperor if they could stick and roll the wheel? Maybe if we slowed it way down for them.
I mean, yes, they absolutely could. It would be hard to play it, but...
They would do their best. I believe in them.
I think we need to just make a game for them to play.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea, but subjecting them to a a Turing test of the entire arcade's collection of games. Can you play Black Emperor? Are you human?
There is this group of developers in Argentina who made that game Dobotone.
Mm-hmm.
They have an arcade game called Nave, and it lives in Buenos Aires, so no one has played it, but they built a robotic arcade interface that you can play through a website,
Oh, neat.
and it like actually just moves the joystick and like fires the button.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Not like arms per se, but like, you know,
Mhm.
there's like a thing that moves the joystick in this direction and one that moves the joystick in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just like, yeah, you can play it just by using your arrow keys. Yeah, it's cool. They did a good job. I don't know, is this the future of arcades? Just playing them through a camera and a website?
There's definitely something novel about it still. It's distinct from playing a video game at home to knowing that somewhere a real robot is doing its absolute best to try to pick up this card for you.
Someday. Okay, I'm going to plug them back into this Raspberry Pi. And we're going to see if this is feasible. One thing that might be happening is because these arms draw so much power, even though they're not drawing it from the USB port, like, that could affect the Raspberry Pi in a way that's, like, making it crash.
What, kernel panic?
Kernel panic. Yeah, not even crash, just absolutely corrupt the hard drive.
Just completely panic.
Which, you know, I was convinced we'd only get one kernel panic today. I was like, oh, you know, we'll fix that for next time.
Kernel panic strikes twice.
Yeah. Maybe I can get a better power
Kernel
supply.
panic sounds like an 80s supervillain coming to infect your robots. What's that? That's not important.
We can try that block, maybe. I don't know. What are these bricks?
Mix it up.
I mean, they both look fine. 83%. Let's do this. Behind you, there's a bin called Raspberry Pi.
I see it.
Yeah, let me see that. Because there's some power supplies in there that could be useful.
May not cause an avalanche while the break the box.
Yeah, there's a lot of junk. Here we go.
The pies.
So
it's
many
like opening
pies.
a box of clones and seeing a bunch of yourself.
Oh my god. So, like,
Here they are.
this is a Raspberry Pi 1. Where's the camera? That's a Raspberry Pi 1. You could tell by the composite video jack, which they no longer put on here.
I was curious what that was for a second.
Oh, yeah. Circa 2011. It's old. It's not really that good. But for some reason, I have loads of them. And they're not really great for much. So this is a Raspberry Pi 2. I think they're up to the 4. But I just have all of these Raspberry Pi 1s. Do you want a Raspberry Pi 1? Yeah, you can have one. They take the big SD cards.
Can I see it?
Yeah. So the hard drive is the SD card. So you basically download the operating system, put it on the SD card, and then yeah, you have a little computer.
This one got gunked at some point in its life. We'll have
That sounds about right.
to visit the de-gunking stream at some point.
All right, this power supply is going to be a little more reliable. You
Could
could,
it pick up itself?
yeah, I mean, sure. I unplugged them. But
I'll put it over here for now.
so yeah, so for this, right, a Raspberry Pi 2 is probably fine. Because all we're really doing is running some code. There's not like video, there's not like complex computing happening.
Just really relaying instructions that are happening somewhere else.
Yes. It is going to run the processing sketch, which is the thing that I was running here to move them, but like otherwise, it's not going to do, you know, much heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
Raspberry Pi 3s are great. They have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, So if you wanted any of that stuff, and it's a little bit better. And then the 4 I haven't even tried yet. I don't know if you can get it yet.
Bleeding edge.
Cutting
High
edge.
technology.
Validation stage. Okay, so we just finished uploading and now it's going to validate. It's going to be like, hey, this card has already crashed twice. Maybe try another one.
We need to give you an extra thorough validation check here. It's like when you miss your password twice and the third time it's like, better not miss it this time or I'm gonna have a problem.
Final warning. Did you hear about these Bitcoin people? There's this one guy, this is such an amazing story. Bought a bunch of Bitcoin in like 2009 or something, whenever Bitcoin first, and now it's worth like $7 million. But he can't remember the password.
I did hear about that. So he can't get into it. There's no backup.
He's got 10 tries, but he's tried 7.
Oh.
I think he like tries every so often.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's just like it's the worst lottery of all time.
Oh man. What did your past self do to this password?
I mean, you know, it's just like all this nonsense that people are doing. It's like no one knew Bitcoin was going to be. So they're probably like, yeah, sure, I'll get like 10 Bitcoin, whatever.
I'll put them in the shoebox that I set the password to my shoe number. I don't and forget about it immediately. Oh man.
All right, 10%.
I've been learning so much about how the stock market works in air quotes.
Oh my God. Let's talk about the stock market.
Oh man. Oh man.
It's funny because like here we are on Twitch talking about the stock market, and I feel like everyone is doing this today. It's like AOC is talking about the stock market tonight.
Well, AOC can actually do something. We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah. You know what's funny is like you're seeing the same stuff from AOC as you're seeing from like Ben Shapiro, and like all the people are just like, this is fucked up.
I'm not following it closely enough. I just occasionally see somebody retweeting AOC like, oh good. I'm sure something great happened if she needs to get on Twitter and tell somebody to fuck off again.
Let's see. So this morning, Robinhood shut down buying, and everyone freaked out. And I think
they started like manually selling people's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Fidelity.
That was what now?
Fidelity.
It's Fidelity.
Okay.
Fidelity is selling.
Oh,
That's where
okay.
I got my GameStop.
Oh wait, you can still buy through Fidelity?
Yeah, dude.
All right, viewers,
You heard
buy
it here
buy more stock through Fidelity.
from the downstairs CNC goblins. You heard it first.
Although I don't know.
The market's closed for the day, but you can do it tomorrow.
All right, the
Oh my
market's
God.
closed for today, but you can do it tomorrow if you couldn't hear. That's your hot tip from the Wonderville workshop.
I did keep seeing this screenshot of like Robinhood manually selling people stocks, but I feel like it's unverified. Like I haven't seen this confirmed anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I was. So I was a little bit late showing up today. It's because I started reading an article, and then I didn't realize how long I had been trying to figure this out before I had to leave.
Oh my
That's
God.
top of mind. It's fascinating to watch. It's like a third part. Like, I don't personally have any stocks because I've had too much crap going on in my life to learn about stonks in addition. So it's like
Stonks.
just sitting and like watching through the glass window of the aquarium as the economy burns itself alive. Oh, that's fun. That's interesting.
I have a friend from like the music world, and he was like, this isn't a great thing because like individuals are gonna lose way more than hedge funds. And his whole thing is like apps like Robinhood let people invest when they shouldn't, and like people are putting too much money into the stock market and losing, and it's affecting people's lives in a negative way.
Well, that's just gambling. Any form of gambling. It's just
Yeah.
all of it is the same.
And his argument was like, if you actually worked with a broker or something, they would look out for your personal liability and they wouldn't let you invest. because they like are doing it in your best interests, whereas an app is not.
Well, the app is actively selling stocks that you shouldn't be selling.
Totally.
So,
I mean, I tried to like look at this from his point of view, and I was like, okay, well, anyone can do this with the stock market, like anywhere. You know, it's like you are taking the risk, you know? And I think a lot of this is people like spend money that you can afford to lose because it's not about the money, it's about taking down the hedge funds.
and the hedge funds just ruin shit for everyone constantly.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a bunch of screenshots earlier of, like, old news articles of, like, hedge fund profiteers off of collapsing the economy of Costa Rica. And it's like, that's where they're getting their money from. And then playing the big stocks is like, Robinhood makes it look like anyone can join the club, but you actually can't, which is what's happening right now. Of some people that the big money hedge funds don't like are suddenly playing, and they don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
God, I saw somebody was talking about, like, trying to make what they did illegal, and everyone's talking about that, and it's like, you're gonna make, what, buying a stock illegal?
Well,
you can't make scoring a goal illegal, then you can't score goals either.
it'll also be interesting to see, because, like,
No.
any regulation is going to favor the hedge funds.
Of course.
You know? But they'll also be like, it also benefits the people, because they think playing the stock market, everyone's interested in making money, but I feel like everyone's...
You're gambling on a rigged game.
Totally. But the other thing is, like, people are doing this because not because they want to make money, because they want to take down...
Oh, this particular thing, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, not stonks in general, but this particular thing. I saw some people, like you said, talking about, I'm never going to sell, because I don't care about my $100 that I can get.
Totally.
I care about you going to hell immediately. Which is...
But it's also, like, my wife's parents were like, should we buy GameStop stock? And I was like, no. Don't buy that stock. It's obviously going to tank and implode, but, like, unless you're out to get the hedge funds, in which case, sure.
By the time you've heard of it, you've already missed the boat.
Totally. It's also, what, like $300 a share? Like, don't buy that stock.
I don't have any idea the specifics, but...
It was $6 a month ago.
Oh, man. Fun.
And that's why...
And then the hedge fund pushed it down to, like, what, 1 or something?
Yeah, let's see where it's at.
So, what the hedge fund wanted to do their short betting, or short selling.
Oh, it's down to 190. Yeah, so it was... Jesus. It was at $492. At 2 o'clock today?
Oh, wow. Is
Oh
that
my
like
God.
the hot zone for trading? I know it goes up and down.
I mean, I have
What happened at 2? It just spiked dramatically.
Yeah. I have a feeling it was like, this is when people on Reddit figured out where they could buy more. Because here's the dip, and this is 11 a.m. This is probably when Robinhood closed it. Let's look at it over 5
it's
days.
all based on speculation.
Oh my god, $40 a week ago. And then, yeah, $470 on today. This was the highest. It's starting to fall.
Yet. Yeah.
But, what's the other one? AMC?
Oh, yeah. That one I know less of. I don't know almost anything beyond that it's a meme somehow, so I don't know.
Yeah, so this started yesterday, it looks like. It went from, Jesus, $2 a share up to 20, and it's kind of sitting, it fell from 20 today to around $8. Obviously, like, everyone's trying to mitigate this, like you could tell. But yeah. Who
Well,
knows?
all the big player hedge funds are trying to mitigate it.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
on Reddit is trying to encourage it.
Jesus Christ. I've had this open all day. Let's just see what's going on. Daily discussion thread, part 4. Class action complaint against Robinhood filed.
Yes, that was like the last thing I heard before I was like, oh crap, I have to go out.
Wow. I can't believe this is the thing that's uniting politicians. I guess it's like, I don't know.
Well, the thing politicians more or less all have in common is what now? It's the money.
It's the money.
It's the money.
Well, it's also like, I don't know. I think there is some kind of story here about, like, people taking money away from, like, these foundations that typically hold all the money. And I don't know, whether or not you agree that this is good for the economy, everyone was sort of waiting to see, like, how far this would go. And for Robinhood to shut it down, they were like, well, that's not fair. It's a free market, you know?
Yeah, it's only a free market, and well, the people who are already on top of the market continue getting what they want.
Yes.
As soon as they stop getting what they want, the free part of free market starts to sort of just dissolve into the air.
It's true.
Nobody said that. What? Free? No. We meant our market. The free part is you losing all your money. You can do that for free. Getting money, you're not supposed to do that.
All right, we're at 75%.
Ooh, I found a red button.
Oh, yeah.
What's the red button?
It's nothing. It was, a lot of people closed down their studios, and I drove around and just took a bunch of their junk. And now it's all at Wonderville. And so we have this red button.
Oh, well, we can start ideating the game that they're going to play.
Open that drawer, the second drawer. You want buttons.
Buttons?
We got buttons. There's so many buttons.
Let's see. We've got a 4 people button.
4 people.
Buttons. Let's see, what other buttons can I find to show up? The 1 person button.
Oh, yeah.
The orange button. A classic. The pink button.
If you can get to the back of the drawer.
This will require some scooching.
Oh, yeah, there's like giant buttons.
The big button.
I mean, that's a medium button.
It's a medium button.
There's a big button back there.
I see. I was mistaken. The big button.
That's a big button.
For comparison, the buttons. This is a normal thumb-size arcade button.
That one has a light in it too. It lights up.
Not right now.
No,
Boo.
but it could.
Could. Some joystick balls?
Joystick toppers.
Joystick toppers.
That's joystick stuff. It's mostly kind of broken.
Button rings. These are fun. A yellow button. Excellent. The best color. Alright. If
There's-
anybody's listening to the chat, you can vote on which buttons I should set out to make the arms try to push. They're not connected to anything, so it'll be hard. There you go.
I mean, the red button I think they could definitely press because it's in a box.
The red button.
The one that's already on the table.
Oh, yes. Well, this one. For sure.
Also,
I found another red button. This is much harder. Hard mode red button. Will it stand? No. There. Perfect.
91%.
There we go. Ship it. 2 red buttons.
Check out this one.
3 red buttons.
This was built into the pegboard at floating point. I salvaged it. So press that button, see if it still works.
Okay.
It just turns on a motor. Vibrating button.
Yes. Excellent.
Sometimes you
So
need
this
a
is
button.
for your robot fighting idea. You just attach like a little dagger to this.
there was a button in the table of death by audio, and there was a little solenoid that would hit a cowbell
Oh, excellent.
when you press the button. So it was like bing, bing.
Perfect.
Yeah. I feel like we need more of those buttons that just play random sounds. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try this again. We're gonna minimize the robot arms. We're gonna throw them up here.
Goodbye.
And you know, they'll be here. Just I want to see if the hard drive is gonna work. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna take the card out. I'm gonna use the new power supply. We got the arms plugged in. Here we go.
Arms.
And this is the right one? Yes. So many amps. Let's go.
Amp it up.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm seeing some berries.
Here we go.
Mm.
Up. Resize the root file system. Okay. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
What's the story, Mother? I was just recently watching Alien. It's a very good vibe for fiddling around in the shop.
I love in Alien that there's just like a wall of LEDs with no labels
yeah.
or like any. It's just like, oh yeah, this room where random things light up, but there's nothing telling you what anything is. It's just lights.
Maybe that's why our poor captain wasn't able to find out anything from Mother when he went in there.
This is true.
It was designed to obfuscate the information on purpose.
I need to see if I can actually find this code once this logs in. Or doesn't log in. This could be a total waste and we don't actually get to do anything.
Well, we got to high-five some robots.
Yeah, we get to
some
play with the
buttons.
robot arms, that's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm thinking...
So was there like an original purpose for these arms? Did they have like an intended function when they were born, or just generically they can suction stuff?
I will show you the video of their original function.
Okay.
Maybe on the Raspberry Pi. Presumably it can access the internet.
Ah, it should be able to now.
Clock? Still March 2018. I don't know how to fix that. Fix. Nope. Fix. Clock.
Ah, the dual keyboard struggle.
Yeah. I can maybe do this. Okay, we're gonna do this. It's not gonna be exciting, but hey, this is a thing you should do on a Raspberry Pi, so we're gonna do.
Good, showing off best practices for the viewers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you back in the drawer.
You used to have to do this on every Raspberry Pi, so.
History lesson. Ye old Raspberry Pi.
All right. Let's see. Can I make this bigger? Probably you can't see it. Is there? I don't know. Hey chat, do you know if I can make this text bigger? Control plus. Nope. Alright, well, doesn't matter. Sudo raspi config. We're going to the config menu.
Da, 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 da.
And we're going to
I was gonna say, you can't use the mouse on that. No way.
localization, locale. Let's first set this to the US, because I don't know if you know this, the US and the UK have different keyboards. And so sometimes you press something on the keyboard and you get like pounds. Wait, this is not what I want. I didn't want locale. Fine. Let's do, I think, international, yeah. Keyboard layout, that's what I wanted. I might have to reboot, let's see. Oh, this is running pretty slow. generic keyboard, and then instead of English UK, we're going to go to English US. Sure. Oh no, what happened to you? This
nothing
power
major.
supply doesn't really work too well sometimes. Yeah. Fun. Oh well, luckily we're not really using it. Should I update this? It might take a while. Let's finish. Let's finish. And,
Should you? Yes. Will we?
no. Can I use the internet? Are you still going to be mad about it? Be mad about my clock?
The mad clock.
Let's see. UK doesn't have a dollar sign. It's true. You get the pound symbol. There's also just stuff in the wrong place. So if you press like comma or backslash or something, I don't know what the exact layout is, but you sometimes get the wrong thing.
So they have an eject from the EU button in place of the enter.
The Brexit button. All right. Let's try this. First of all, this is not Chrome, it's Chromium, which is different. GitHub.com. Don't be mad about my clock this time.
Thinking.
Come on.
Thinking.
For those of you that are like, why don't we use Raspberry Pis instead of laptops? This is why.
What, just a few hours of live streaming every time you want to move a robot arm? It's not what you want in your arcade cabinet.
You know, we'll see how well this works. This was a test just to see how well this works. And we're finding out.
Well, a test can't fail. You can always get new information.
Hey. Okay, so I'm going to sign into GitHub. GitHub no longer supports this web browser.
Interesting.
If I were better at the command line, I would do this all in the command line. I'm not, so I'm going to do it this way.
Well, what are you trying to do? Clone the repo?
I'm going to clone the repo. It might be private, so I figured I may as well log in and do it this way because
Yeah,
that
if you
way if
haven't
it's
set up your Git account on the Pi.
Face ID. Git. Let me just look at
I was wondering what was so shocking on your phone.
my. Oh yeah, because LastPass, that was really crazy. Okay. GitHub. So
A friend. Got a little spider.
oh yeah, he's been hanging out. It's okay.
He's not bothering me. I was just wondering if the stream could see our buddy.
Maybe.
Heading for the electronics. You got something you're building, little friend?
He was in the SD card bin before.
Let's see.
There might just be a bunch of spiders up there. Who knows?
Just a little family.
So, okay. This was a collaboration at Floating Point with Jack Kalish, who is Corpus Callosum.
Aha.
So I believe it's his repo. Let's see. There it is. Twilio uarm. Here
we go.
So, okay, this is all the code. This is the Python code, everything that lets you text the robot arms, but I don't care about that. What I just want is the processing sketches, just to see if I can run them. So, UARM client, ARM1, UARM client,
And this is
ARM2.
downloading it onto the Pi itself?
Exactly. So now,
So, where on here does it have a...
the SD card.
Ah,
Everything's on the SD card.
that makes sense.
Alright, we're done with GitHub. I'm going to close that. Close that. I did open that zip. Let's see. We're gonna unzip it. Oh, this mouse. This is the mouse.
Zip it and rip it.
Extract to... Let's put it on the desktop, I think. Extract. Okay. Here we go. Let's see if this works.
Drum roll? Drum roll in the chat, please.
Does not seem to be
No.
responding.
This is because you didn't drum roll.
Drum roll. Oh, here we go.
Ahaha!
UARM client. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Well, okay, let's just try and open this with processing. Oh, come on. Other? Where are you? Alright, we're going to open processing first.
Accessories.
Are you an accessory? Are you a game? Are
Is
you...
it under programming? Is that a... It shouldn't be a folder, should it? It looks like a folder. Yeah, there it is.
This flavor of processing, or sorry, this flavor of Raspbian, which is the operating system, came with processing pre-installed. So the one that I was flashing just had processing on it already, which was gonna save me some time, but you know, so many kernel panics.
Time savers
What can you do?
have a 50-50 chance of saving versus destroying time.
All right. Okay. Okay. Here we go. File. Open.
Open.
Desktop.
Hold on, gotta think about that.
Come on. Oh, it's like we're in the 90s again. Okay. Sure. ARM1. You. Now, one thing that might be different here, and I'm just going to blow this up so that we can see. Can I
This should be able to...
make this text bigger? To make it bigger. Preferences?
Is there a view?
There's tools. Let's see what's in preferences first. Editor font size.
Oh ho ho.
18.
Sure. There we go.
All right.
Now we're talking.
Oh, see, this is looking for OSC messages. This is all crazy. So, okay. I'm going to scroll up to the top because I'm going to show you what might have changed. This port name is assigned by the USB, and so it might change because we moved it to a different computer entirely.
Okay.
Now, luckily, I should be able to just... I think it prints out the active ports. So let's see. Oh, we're missing so many libraries.
You don't
Yes.
need libraries.
All right, all right,
No.
all right. Fine. Can we install import library? Let's add G4P controls. Let's see if we can find this stuff. The fun things we have to do. Here we go. So these are the controls I was using before to actually move the stuff around. This is going to take a while. Please don't die.
Oh.
Hmm?
Hmm?
Downloading. All right.
Installing. I
Nick,
like
how
that.
you doing down there?
Good, man. Good.
I'm not sure how many of those LEDs work,
Oh, gotcha.
so I wouldn't glue them permanently anywhere yet.
Yeah, no. Wiring
There's probably a stream where we build an LED rig and test them all,
yeah.
because that needs to be done, kind of. All right.
Not the XT60 connector, do you? I'm talking about the like yellow ones that go in like big grow batteries, lithium batteries.
No, I don't think so. I do have a bin of assorted connectors that you can dig through.
Is that up there?
Yeah. OSC P5. We need this one next. So I'm just gonna go through all these errors and download all these. So this is the bin that's probably most likely to have the things you need.
Nope. It's alright. Thank you though.
No worries. Also, if you just need any of those things, you could take them.
Okay.
Sorted connectors.
All right, what's next? Net P5. Net P. Yeah? Okay. Net. I don't see it anywhere. Does this not exist? Net P5. And then void. Oh, leap motion. Ugh. Do you know what a leap motion is?
No.
So
Seems like something that would be large.
it's actually not very large. It's like this little kind of like thing that only detects your hands and fingers. It was all the rage for like 1 year. And so yes, there is something in this code that uses leap motion. There's this whole thing here. Although I might be able to just like kill this whole part of the code. Okay, so the leap motion is the only thing left. Fine! I'll download it. Import library, let's do leap motion for processing. That's the one? Alright, fingers crossed. It was like an Xbox Connect, but only for your hands. Like, it couldn't see your whole body, but like, people were like, oh my god, you could like play a violin with the leap motion.
Oh, I do remember that. That was like 2010s. That's old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like 20, because it was right after I was at ITP, so it was like 2014 or something.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. No library errors, that's cool. Okay. I'm just gonna comment this out, because, I don't know. That's just a message. Yep, yeah, so no messages, fine.
We don't need messages. We have robot arms.
Come on. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to find all
I was
these
gonna
messages.
Say, you're gonna run a find. You're halfway through, according to the spellbook.
Let's see. I think that's it. Okay, let's try it.
Bring it.
Run the code. Is it gonna actually run? Oh my god. It's been such a long day.
Hmm?
Could
No.
not run the sketch, but it popped up for like a second.
did. It strongly considered running the sketch.
Target VM failed to initialize. Unsatisfied link error. Cannot open shared object file. No such file or directory. Leap Motion SDK. Okay, this is all Leap Motion problems. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna comment out this whole Leap Motion nonsense, because I don't care about the Leap Motion.
We don't even have a sensor for that.
We don't have it set up. Doesn't matter. Gone. Now, if I reference it anywhere, it's gonna break. But maybe I don't. Let's see. Oh, init Leap Motion. We're not gonna do that. No Leap Motion. Go away. Syntax error. Where?
What have you done? It's running anyway, though.
Hey. All right. Connect. So this is a new... let's rescan the ports. I have to find the arm. There's 2 of them here.
That's good. That's how many we should have.
Okay. I mean... Can we move? Let's see. These don't seem to be doing anything.
The arms are not doing anything either.
So, okay. This is not the right port. Because when I scan them, it just says TTY USB 1 and TTY USB 0. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to find where I name these ports, which should be at the top.
Hopefully.
Yep, there we go. And let's just copy this line. And we're going to actually name this TTY USB 0. This is actually what the arm is. Oh shit!
Oh. Like jolted awake. Like, oh, that's me. That's me. That's my name. TTY USB 0.
So, can I move him?
No. You may not. Foolish and insolent of you to think you could use the arm.
Socket initialized. Okay. Hey, what's up?
Is that your instructions from before?
Maybe.
Loading in? 'Cause you dragged it all the way down.
Let's drag up. What is this? These are like commands. Maybe I should run the code, like the example code.
Oh.
Come on.
Yeah, it's only getting like tiny snippets of commands.
Yeah. Alright, let me try something else here.
Is the chat saying something about this? I can't see from here.
Nah.
You're useless.
Okay, so let me just go through this code. It's been a while.
Okay.
So basically, when we did this before, we were receiving OSC messages to control the arms. because they were coming from the Python sketch from text messages. But we're not doing that now. However, I'm pretty sure we never, like, took off the sliders. Yeah, these UI values.
Do you think it's just more than the Pi can handle?
It's possible.
Because the weird jittering makes me think that it's trying and then getting stuck, especially because the UI isn't updating anymore.
Well, check this out. Let's change this to USB 1. And we'll see how this arm goes.
I'm not left-handed. Hello.
Alright.
Good morning.
Alright.
Let's see.
I'm just gonna, like, do that and then just, like, give it a second.
So the UI actually updated this time, though. Which is different.
Well, if I do reset, then it doesn't.
Okay.
So, for some reason, it's not getting commands in real time.
Yeah.
But, like, if I move them, and then I manually hit reset.
So we can dead reckoning the robot. That's what I'm hearing.
Why is it not... I'm also not getting any errors, which is crazy.
Let's...
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the example code. This is edited to work with the, like, OSC stuff. I don't think we need that right now. I want to see, desktop. Is this what I downloaded? I think, oh, original. Yeah, we labeled things. UARM client, open.
Oh, I love needing to go down to the open button each time.
We are going to have to comment all the leap motion stuff again, which is fine.
And switch the port.
And switch the port. That's all we have to do.
Inventing new comments.
And then, let's see. Leap. Init, leap motion, goodbye. Leap motion, goodbye. The port is... Oh, I think we pulled the port out of wherever it was before. Or maybe we hard-coded the port. Oh yeah, we gotta get rid of these show messages. Whatever. There's like 3 of these maybe?
There was one more.
Alright, let's see what happens.
I saw something red go by.
Connect. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The file is missing or inaccessible list. Okay.
9,000.
Okay. Where is it? Where's the sketch? There it is. Can you do anything at all? Disconnect. No. Okay. Interesting. So I can't even move this in this sketch.
Not even if we hit reset.
Let's just try it again. gonna like see if eventually it will follow that.
Someday.
Someday. No. It's really interesting.
If we hit reset, it should do it immediately.
It'll go to this position.
Yeah.
But that's not what
Is
we
that
want.
not the opposite?
I wonder why it won't do it in real time. Or if it's like an issue with the Pi or something.
Is this the same code you were running over there?
Oh no, I accidentally clicked on the original code. Let's try this one again. That was the first one. Okay. Enable leap motion control. Disable leap motion control. This is no fun.
Now it's not even catching up after that.
No. Well, I can't move anything.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is like, okay, this is the original code.
Huh.
This is the code we edited 5 years ago.
And which one were you using when you were on your computer and it was working?
This one.
Okay. So does the leap motion have something buried in it that's relevant?
I wonder.
It's like not leap motion specific, but is still doing something?
I mean, we didn't change, like, all this is still kind of the same. We added the ports. Let's see. I'm just gonna,
Run a diff.
yeah, let's see. Yep. Yep. Okay, OSC stuff. Fine. Fine. Yep, yep. Hand update. Yep, yep. Slider, get values. Set values. Okay. Init port. Reset, release port. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Those are all right. So, you know, this was just built on top of this original example code. I don't think... Oh, keyboard input. Ooh, actually, we added this. Up, down, left, right. Q and A and space is grab. Interesting. Okay, so in this code we added left, right, up, and down, and Q and A, and then space is grab. Let's see if that stuff works.
So it just isn't doing anything in real time, but it is queuing the last command?
I mean, the keys are just moving the cursor around, right?
Oh, are they? I didn't notice something. I was watching the robot.
So, I mean, the keys should be moving the arm. Can't go lower than that? Huh. I mean, it controls random things. Interesting.
Have you told it to grab? Will it respond to that?
So you could tell it, yeah, so space is grab. But if I reset it, it flips it back off.
I see. Oh,
Interesting.
what was that? Weird.
Well, okay. So, here's my conclusion. I don't know if the Raspberry Pi is the best for this.
What made you say that?
It's just, I just want this to, like, work seamlessly, and I think we might need a more dedicated computer that's not a Raspberry Pi to run these.
Or at least a bigger Raspberry Pi if you had any freeze.
We could try a newer one, for sure. But it's weird because it's like, it doesn't seem like a memory issue, it seems like a compatibility issue. And since this is Linux, maybe that's the issue. I don't know. But it runs, like this is the sketch. It's just like something about the way the serial port, like I feel like it's the USB. That's the problem. Like it's not receiving the commands the way my computer was sending and receiving. So,
Right, it's definitely not putting out a continuous stream of commands the same way.
yeah. I think maybe the next thing would be to like try Linux on another computer, like a more powerful computer, and see if it's a Linux thing, or I don't know. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I'm at a dead end with this, and if it doesn't do anything, then that's where we're at.
Oh, you were so close.
Eh,
We'll figure it out.
it kind of works. Let's
Like
see.
I said, we can do some dead reckoning. Move it and press it, move it and press it.
What's this one? There's another one here.
Design a game that doesn't require the arms to actually move at all.
Oh, maybe this was the one I was using. Let me try this.
Arms are just a distraction.
Alright, I'm going to edit all this crap. Alright, this is the last thing we're going to do. We're going to do that. Do that. And then the messages have to
So
go.
I thought we did install Leap Motion though. So why is it...
I think the
Freaking
one
out.
that this is using is like some custom crap that was written by some person that isn't like what's in the library.
So you can't install the thing it actually needs
I
straight
could
out of the store.
probably dig it up from the website from 5 years ago, but I feel like the time it will take to do that isn't worth just removing it from all the code.
I'm
So,
still just curious if there's something in there that has to do with it, even though it shouldn't be in there.
what's that? Oh, logo. .png. Oh, who cares? Logo. Is this gonna break? Because I don't have a logo.
Oh. Hey,
Possible.
how's it going.
Okay. Why? Why don't you move?
The motor's thumping. It's not doing anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's connecting, but for whatever reason,
That's as far as it goes.
I wonder, like, I might have to dig this up and it might be for another time, but, like, if the rate of, like, information transfer is different or something. Maybe there's a different way of using this on Linux. I don't know.
I've never seen any of this code before, so I've got no idea.
Yeah. I don't really know. I'm inclined to say we should just use a better computer that can actually run the processing sketch.
Yeah, the bar runs off of mini computers.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them. Alright. There's only one person on the stream. I think it's me. So, cool. Good Workbench series. We'll pick up next Thursday.
Goodbye.
Bye. Go buy stocks.
Don't do that.